What's going on YouTube? Jamie the Kid00 here, and I'm back with another deck profile for you guys. As I promised in my Ramble video that I just put up, I said I was going to start doing some more Tier 2 deck profiles. I'm really kind of done riding the kind of rabbit wind-up Insecta bandwagon for a little while. I thought it'd be nice to actually play some other decks that just are completely different from those playstyles and just have an experiment, because I'm only on the local level at the moment. There aren't any big events coming up this month, so I figured I'd just test some things. You guys are all going to say I'm jumping on the bandwagon with this one, and I'll even admit I am jumping on the bandwagon. I have a deck profile of Chaos Dragons for you guys. I have not played Dragons since Dragon's Roar came out, back when my local Waterstones was still called Otacas, and this ancient days, I think about 8 years ago, and this card didn't even exist. So I figured it'd be nice to actually come back to Dragons and kind of do something, just do them again, and after seeing them top at both Toulouse and Dallas, I figured it'd be a good enough excuse to test them. I took both deck lists into account when I was building this, and kind of threw the two different ones together, tested it, and kind of decided what worked for me. And this is the build that's been working for me after some testing. It hasn't been tested that much, but hopefully if I run this at locals, you'll see the tournament diary and you'll see the changes I make. But there are about 3 decks that I'm testing at the moment, and I could play any one of them. But anyway, let's get into it. To start the deck off, we play the 3 Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon. I know that Alexander Reed, who came second in Dallas, only played 2 of these. I tested 2 of these. 2 was just too few. I just didn't get it enough, or I ended up like wanting a third one. Long story short, for various reasons. So just 2 didn't do it for me. 3 was the ideal number for that. Next up, I play 3 Light Pulsars in my testing. These are perfect. You don't want any less than this. Light Pulsar's amazing. No other comments on that. I play 1 Dark Flare. I might play more than that, but I only have the 1 because I picked up 2 of the Light Pulsars in trades and 1 of the Eclipses. So I might play another one of these. I don't know. I like it, but at the same time I find myself wanting it more often. But he's okay. Dark Flare's cool for his Foolish Burial and for his Crow effect. I play 2 Eclipse Wyverns. This is the perfect number. 2 is just perfect. 1 is too few, 3 is too many, and you just end up milling them too much, and you have to banish stuff you just don't want to banish. They're just really cool, and I always seem to get their effects off, if not the same turn, 1 turn later than when they banish stuff. So they are really cool searchers, a really unique type of searcher. I really like these. I definitely wouldn't take them out of a Chaos Dragon deck like a lot of people have been doing. And then to fill the void of the lack of dragons, I considered things like Dodger Dragon, but ultimately I came back to Divine Dragon Apocryph because of the simple play that you can drop this guy, and if your opponent doesn't have Veiler, you can just discard any 1 card from your hand to get a Red Ice Darkness Metal to be your hand, and then banish this, because I found myself having this in hand and a, what's it called? Light Pulsar. So I'd summon this anyway to try and bait out warnings or anything like that, and then if they didn't warning, I'd just pitch the Light Pulsar anyway to get the Darkness Metal, banish this to get the Darkness Metal out, and then just bring back the Light Pulsar, and then you have your lock, which is kind of, if they destroy the Light Pulsar, you're getting the Red Eyes Darkness Metal back, or you're going to get something from your grave. So he's just a really awesome card. I definitely like it in 3. I don't like any less than that, because I will mill some dragons, and I will mill something that I want to get back and use on this. Just failing that, I can always tribute it a turn later if I can protect it, or whatever. It's just a cool card in general. Onto the Lightsworn milling aspect. I play 2 Luminas, which is different from a lot of people, because of the very fact that I often get 2 Luminas in one hand, and it's the very fact that 1 Lumina can then, if you have a Lightsworn in the grave, pitch the other Lumina to get itself back. Therefore you have 2 level 3s on the field, and it just works as a pseudo tour guide almost. Just it requires the discard of the 2nd Lumina from your hand, so card advantage is a bit tight, but when you need an emergency Leviair and you just don't have the tour guide, that's a cool play. Or if you just want an emergency mill, if you haven't milled enough and everything is still in deck and you know it, you can just go Lumina, pitch the other Lumina to get it back, sit them there, end your turn and pass, and mill 6. It's just, there are so many plays you can make with the double Lumina. I really enjoy playing it. It's nice at 2. It's a good card at 2. I played 2 Lilas. 3 was too many for me because I found myself not needing 3. 2 was just perfect because it baits out warnings, and failing that it just destroys all the back row that you all hate. I main deck 2 Raikos because they're just problem solvers. They're awesome. Outs to Reaper, things like that, because this deck doesn't have that many outs to Reaper, and that's why I main the next card. But these two are just really cool. Nothing else I can say on them. They're Raikos. They mill. Awesome. I main one Eren because it's an Outer Reaper and all sorts of things like that, and it's very searchable in this deck with Charge of the Light Brigade and the amount of milling you will do. You can bring this back or banish it and then Levier it. It's just cool stuff like that. And then dealing with Thunder Kings, we have Jane. Or just big monsters in general, so like Sabersaurus. We play 2 Card Troopers. I didn't like 1. I like these because they're an out to Thunder King, and the very fact that this will go 4 cards deep into your deck when you, say, summon him, mill 3, and then attack into Thunder King. It removes your opponent's monster, draws your card, so you don't really minus off of that. It's almost a +1 if you do that move, and it's just a really cool card in general, and that 3 mil really will get you to your power cards. I wanted 2 in deck. I might even play 3 in testing. But 2's just good for now. As mentioned before, I took the idea from the Toulouse deck to play 3 tour guides. I like tour guides in this deck. They give you so much power. They solve so many problems, make you Leviers to get back stuff that you've banished, get back an Apocryph and go off, which I did earlier in testing. All sorts of crazy things like that, and I just play the Sangan. There isn't that much that can be searched in the deck with Sangan. I'll usually just wait until I draw the Sangan, set it, and get a tour guide or a Lumina, or an Apocryph, just crazy stuff like that. It just really does help set up some plays, but it's not imperative to the deck like in Rabbit. And then for some crazy one-offs, I played the 1 Plague Spreader that Alexander Reed played. I really like this, especially the Void Ogre Dragon play, because you will extinguish your hand quite a lot, especially with Light Pulsar plays. So, I mean, you could just, if you had a Light and Dark in hand, and you can just normal summon this, pitch the Light and the Dark, get Light Pulsar back from the grave, normal synchro these so that he wouldn't be banished, synchro them together and get your Void Ogre, which is just a Shien on crack. It's just awesome. So Plague Spreader is really cool in this deck, and it's also really unexpected. And you will mill it a lot if you play a heavy Lightsworn engine. I'm considering putting in the JD that Alexander played, but I can't find the room at the moment. And then I play the 1 Gauze because it's Gauze, and he's just awesome in this deck. I wish I could find my Tragodia because I play Tragodia as well, but I can't find it. I play the 1 Dark Armed because it's Dark Armed, and this deck has so much graveyard manipulation. This card is always really live. Otherwise, I can just ditch it for Future Fusion and crazy stuff like that. And then finally, I play 1 BLS because this is a Chaos deck, and what Chaos deck wouldn't be complete without BLS? Wow, I'm 7 minutes in already, Jesus. Let's get onto the spells. There are no traps. I play the staples of Reborn, Dark Op, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon. I'm testing a Reasoning. This is a really awesome card. You guys should look it up. It's just really cool in Dragons. I'll bring up the description if I can. Sorry about the shakiness. I don't know why I'm shaking this morning, but they finally fixed the heating. But yeah, Reasoning. Foolish, because I really like Foolish as well as Future Fusion in this deck. I like to have more access to my deck to put stuff in grave. And Avarice, because Cupcakey urged me to put in Avarice. I've been testing it, and it's been alright. It's been good and bad. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Let me know what you guys think about Avarice in a Chaos Dragon deck. Then I play 1 Future Fusion, just because it's Future Fusion is overpowered in this deck. It's what makes Dragons good. And then for my Lightsworn Mill Engine, I play 1 Charge of the Light Brigade, and 3 Solar Recharges. Let's round things off with the extra deck quickly. This is currently unfinished, so I'm going to trade a couple of things in on the weekend if I decide to play this deck. This is my Proxy 5-headed Dragon. 5-headed Dragon is just the target for Future Fusion, so 5-headed. For the Synchros, we play Armory Arm, Catastor, Brionac. I play an Orient Dragon because I need the dragon target. Black Rose Dragon, Scrap Dragon. There's currently a Thought Ruler in here. This will be what's it called? Void Ogre Dragon when I get one. Onto the Exceeders, I play 1 Giga Brilliant because you've got to play Giga Brilliant if you're playing a Chaos deck, because it's just Tour Guide into this, sets up your Dark and your Light. It's just great. Leviathan, Leviair, Zen Mains. I would play Acid Golem if it was legal here. Zen Meister, number 39 Utopia, and finally 1 Insecta Exhibior. This card is really cool in the deck because you can go into it off of Tragodia if I could find my one, or 2 Light Pulsars, equip a 3rd Light Pulsar to it, and then pitch the Light Pulsar with its Scrap Dragon effect, and that Light Pulsar that you send will get its effect because it, as I said, it operates like Scrap Dragon, so that Light Pulsar will get its effect. So yeah, it's just really cool like that. Oh, why is my camera shaking so much? But yeah, guys, this has been the Chaos Dragon deck that I'm just testing out at the moment. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you change. I know this is a bit bandwagon deck, but hell. I feel like testing it. It's been ages since I played Dragons. Either way, guys, this has been Jamie the Kid. I'll see you soon with some more content. I'm going to work a bit more on my assignments, so I might get another video out tomorrow, and then I'll try and get back to my segments. But otherwise, peace out for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye!